H-Town, welcome into Texans Today. I am Will Scott, and if you're all about the Houston Texans, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we're about a month away from the NFL Draft. The Texans have 12 picks, and we're going to be busy getting you guys Texans Draft content. So subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button below if you want to keep getting Texans YouTube videos. We just relaunched our Texans channel here at Chat Sports, and the more subs we get, the more content you get. Subscribe if you are all about the Houston Texans. And ESPN just released a mock draft this morning, a 7-round mock draft that features all 12 of the Texans selections. We're going to break that down in today's video, and we begin with the number 2 overall selection. It is Bryce Young. Hopefully the dream becomes a reality next month. I think most Texans fans want Young in the H, and ESPN has mocked Young to the Texans here, number 2 overall. It's either going to be Stroud or Young, and I certainly hope that it's one of those guys, because if not, Texans fans are going to be in shambles. But Bryce Young, can't go wrong with him, obviously. I think he's the best player in this draft. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, certainly one of the better wide receivers in this draft. ESPN has the Texans taking him at number 12. Now, he just appeared in 3 games for Ohio State this past season because of a hamstring injury. I'm going to be honest, I like Addison and Johnston better than JSN, but he's still a really good player, and I expect the Texans to draft a wide receiver at number 12. Second round now, Will McDonald. He is going to the Texans according to ESPN's mock draft, 33rd overall. Guys, this is wild. 34 sacks in his college career at Iowa State. This guy is a freak and would certainly add a lot defensively if Houston is able to land him. I think the Texans got to continue to add depth to this offensive line. Luke Wypler, a interior offensive lineman, might be able to play center in the National Football League, and the Texans could certainly use some help on that interior offensive line. ESPN has the Texans taking him 65th overall. Now, going back to Bryce Young, who the Texans have, I should say that the Texans have mocked here to them at number 2 overall. Will the Texans take Bryce Young? Why for yes or in for no? Down in the comments section. Go down and predict it down in the comments below. Second, third round pick here for the Texans. Number 73 overall is Daiyan Henley, the linebacker from Washington State. Over 100, I should say over 100 tackles last season with 12 tackles for loss. Jakorian Bennett, talented defensive back out of the University of Maryland. 5 interceptions the last 2 seasons. ESPN has him mocked to the Texans at number 104 overall. 161 overall, Cameron Latu, the tight end from Alabama, nearly 600 yards the last 2 seasons. Talented tight end. And yeah, the Texans got Dalton Schultz, but I still expect them to add to that tight end room here in the draft. They have 12 picks. And then Travius Hodges-Tomlinson, the cornerback out of TCU, mocked to the Texans here, round 6, number 188 overall. So we just showed you the first 8 picks for the Texans here. Now let's go to the Texans' last 4 selections according to ESPN's mock draft. Andrew Voorhees, the interior offensive lineman from USC. Like him, and I feel like this could be an absolute steal in the 6th round, and the reason he's going to fall to the 6th round is he tore his ACL, right, Coop, at the NFL Combine. This guy probably would have been a 2nd or 3rd round pick. So to get him in the 6th round, yeah, he's probably not going to play his rookie season, but I still think that's a steal. This is also a steal. Deuce Vaughn falling to the 6th round here, 203rd overall, mocked to the Texans in this ESPN mock draft. I really like Deuce Vaughn. He's one of my favorite linebackers in this class. You know, sure, the size, you know, he's small, and that's probably why he's going to fall. But, man, heart over height. You know, I know that's, said a lot, but I really like Deuce Vaughn, and the numbers speak for themselves at Kansas State. Moving on to the 7th round pick now. Texans have 2 picks in the 7th round, beginning with Brandon Joseph, the safety out of Notre Dame, and then their last pick, according to ESPN, Brenton Cox Jr., the edge rusher out of Florida, number 259 overall. Let me know, what's your favorite pick from ESPN's mock draft? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Who is your favorite pick? It's hard not to say Bryce Young, but if I couldn't say Bryce Young, I'd probably say Deuce Vaughn in the 6th round, landing him. I know you have Devin Singletary. I know you have Dameon Pierce, but Deuce Vaughn in the 6th would be a steal. And I expect the Texans to have a successful draft with the job that Nick Caserio is doing this offseason with those 12 picks that he has at his disposal.